Hey everyone, this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to have a Project Life spread using Ali Edwards' July Stories by the Month project. I'm so excited. I just love Project Life. I love putting together a weekly spread of our memories. It's such an easy way for me to get stories documented of kind of all of us in one fell swoop, as they say. It's just so easy. And because I'm not the best at doing kid albums. I don't know. Leave a comment if you are good at doing kid albums. I'm not. So this is the best way for me to get a bunch of memories documented that kind of involves all of us. So I picked out the card with the lake and the pink on the left, and I also picked out Let's Celebrate the Good and Work to Make the Rest Better, that card, and also the July card with the circles. I have some cork pieces that I really wanted to use up. I think they're from last year's July kit, and they say play and summer and celebrate, I think. So I'm going to use 2 of those and also some cork stars that I have. I backed the photo of my daughter with that filter on her head. It's a Megamind thing, if you've seen the movie Megamind. But in the end, I'm actually going to switch that photo out and use it maybe to tell a story kit story or a different type of story. But I don't know. I didn't want that picture in the Project Life. It's hilarious because it's one of those lazy summer days and my son decided to do Snapchat and he did that picture of his sister and it definitely looked like Megamind, which is a family favorite movie of ours. But I am going to take that out, and then when you see the photos of the finished project, you will see that I added in a photo of me at the pool, which is kind of my aim with every Project Life spread, is to kind of get a picture of each of us. I did just take the photo of my yummy snack to celebrate Stranger Things and add a little tab, makeshift tab. I was having quite a time trying to figure out what shape I wanted, but I got a shape. I added the tab and 2 word stickers to make this and yes, and on the back is the Stranger Things little like show movie. I want to say movie poster, but that makes me sound old. So I think it's just the show picture that I found on Google. So that's what it is. I am going to have a 6x12 insert and also a 6x8 insert because we went on a little bit of a road trip to Muir Woods. Totally amazing, beautiful, I would even say magical place with the trees. Oh, just so good. I could have stayed there all day. And we did stay there a good chunk of the day. So I took the cork pieces and I added a bunch of double-sided adhesive and my old Brad separator tool to get the adhesive paper off. I actually learned that trick recently from Ashley Scraps. I will leave a link to her channel, but she was doing that on a reel and I was like, wait a second. I'm like, that's so easy. So that is what I did, and all my adhesive paper came off super quick. So I took this giant photo, I made it giant, this amazing photo of looking up in the trees and using the half zoom on my camera. Now my printer is not cooperating, so it didn't get the exact measurements that I wanted, but it's still an awesome photo. And I put summer at the bottom, and up at the top I put road trip and this adventure. I thought about putting word phrase stickers all the way across, but then I don't know. Maybe I chickened out, but I just decided I'm not going to do that. So I started off the July stories talking about how it started off for each of us. So for me, it was a me day. For my daughter, she got to go to the pool, and then my son volunteered at camp. And my husband was on pool duty with our daughter. And then at the end of the day, we all came back for a home-cooked meal. I also talked about how my son loves to entertain us at the dinner table, and that is what that picture is of him at the whiteboard. He just loves to see how many times he can make his sister laugh, because she doesn't like to laugh when she's eating. She says, I don't like that. That is so dangerous. Don't make me do that, brother. She's very prim and proper and I guess doesn't like to laugh. The last little thing I put was talking about those filters that my son put on all of us, and it made for some very kind of weird and goofy pictures, but they were just hilarious. And I will definitely include that somewhere else so that way I can document that hilarious story, because it's definitely part of summer, you know, the lazy, slow days, and you never know what's going to happen. I also talked about Stranger Things and getting that fancy popcorn, the zebra popcorn that is pretty expensive, and I stuffed myself with it until I'm like, can't fit anymore, but I just love it. It's so good. The other card I picked out was gratitudes, because I wanted to document, of course, a few things that I'm thankful for. So I put down our local pool. I did talk about the pool in the July stories, but I just really wanted to include it again because we just love our Saturdays at the pool. It's just such a fun thing that the kids and I did this summer. And I also talked about how I finished up my fourth, I cannot believe it, fourth class with big picture classes about digital stamps. All the links for my classes are way down at the bottom of my description box in case you're curious. And I also talked about my cat. Well, one of my cats, I found him hiding behind a bathroom drawer. I think he was a little bit scared of all the fireworks, and so that's why he was hiding. But their antics just entertain us all the time. So on the 6x8 insert, I talked about our trip to Muir Woods and the amazing trees. Oh, so many amazing trees, and the ferns. And my in-laws got to go, Oma and Opa, they got to go, and so that made it even more special. And then the next day, my husband and our kids, we stayed overnight. And so the next day we went to Muir Beach, and we got to see whale bones and climb all the rocks and play in the ocean and catch some hermit crabs. Well, catch them and then put them back. But it was just a lot of fun. Such a fun trip. I wound up with a space on both sides of the page protector, so I will just make a little floating piece. I have a chipboard that says "Blessed are the curious," and I used leftover laminated paper. I had run it through a laminator and it was leftover. So I just used that to kind of anchor my pieces together, and then I'll trim off the excess. I put road trippin', and then I will staple it to the outside of the page protector, just because I felt like that would be better than try to get it to adhere to the middle of the pocket. And I saw something recently that said they'd love it if Tim Holtz made a long arm stapler, and so would I. I would be thrilled. So I got that all stapled, and then I'm going to bring everything back into the page protectors and show you what I have as far as all of my photos and all of my inserts. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is the first week in July. So I believe it is week 26, but don't quote me because I never know the weeks. I never know. So I've got this all back together, and I love how I mix several different kits from several different years, and I just love it. It turned out so fun, and I had a lot of great stories to document. And I'll hole punch my tree photo. I'm not putting anything on the back for now, and that is just fine with me. So there you go. Those are my pieces for my project life and everything, and I hope you have enjoyed. I'd love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. All right, have a great day. Bye.